Okay, so you're going to start in child's pose. So you're going to bring your big toes together to touch. Your knees are going to go really nice and wide. You're going to take an inhale just to find some length through your side body. On an exhale, you're just going to pull your hands forward and come to rest your forehead on your mat. You're starting to take some nice deep breaths. Then we exhale, I want you to think about your body melting into the mat, so sending your hips back down into your heels, letting your arms become a dead weight. And closing down your eyes, you're just going to do a full body scan, so reaching out your fingertips, stretching all along the sides of your arms, letting that heart melt into the mat, and feeling your hips starting to open. We're going to start to equal out the breath, so I want you to inhale for 5, and exhale out for 5. Inhale again for 5, and exhale out for 5. And keeping that equal breath with you just at the start of this practice, just to bring that awareness to your breath. Still trying to find a softening somewhere in your body with every exhale. On your next inhale, you're just going to look up slightly, and you're just going to walk your hands about 6 inches over towards the left, and then you're going to resettle back down into your child's pose, feeling a nice stretch along your right hand side. Creating space in your right lung, so keeping that equal breath and sending the breath into that right lung. Really grounding down through that right hip, so trying to keep your hips nice and neutral and balanced. Feeling a stretch in your right pinky finger all the way down to your right sit bone. Your next inhale, just walking your hands back through to center, and this time we're just going to reach out towards the right hand side. So bringing your hands about 6 inches over towards the right hand side, keeping the same spacing in your hands, so hands shoulder width apart, and exhale to settle back down into that pose. This time feeling a nice stretch in your left pinky finger all the way down your left hand side, down to your left hip bone. Keeping that idea of softening through the shoulders, softening through the hips. And keeping that equal breath with you, so inhaling for 5 and exhaling for 5, melting on every exhale. inhale, just walking your hands back through to center and just resettling into child's pose for just another couple of breaths. Filling up all the space in your lungs with each breath. And your next inhale, reaching up and just pulling your hands back towards your legs. And you're just going to come into a comfortable seated position, so that could be on your knees and that could be a cross-legged position. I'm just going to come into cross-legged. Finding a nice long spine here, just to really settle in at the start of your practice. You're going to reach your right hand behind you, bringing your left hand onto your right knee. Inhale here, find length, and exhale to twist out towards the right hand side, grounding down through both sit bones. Keeping your neck nice and long, shoulders away from your ears. Starting to wake up the spine. Keeping your tummy up. And exhale to come through. This time right hand onto left knee, left hand just comes slightly behind you. Inhale to lengthen out your spine, pull your tummy in, and exhale to twist out towards the left. Keeping your gaze wherever feels comfortable, so you don't need to throw your head back behind you. Every inhale, you want to find a bit more length, and with the exhale, we're just going to twist a little bit deeper. And inhale to come back through to center. Placing your left hand off to the side of the mat, you're just going to let your head drop over to the right hand side. Feeling a nice stretch in your neck. If you want to intensify this a bit, you're just going to take your index finger and your thumb and just place them either side of your ear. Just rest your hand on the side of your head. Don't pull it down, just rest it so the weight of your hand just increases that stretch in your neck. You want to deepen the stretch, so lift your left hand up. And keep your spine nice and tall here, just keep that nice posture, pulling your lower belly up. Sending the breath wherever you can feel it. Exhale, bring that left hand back down if you lifted it. With your right hand, just use that to support your head, just to bring it back through to center. Placing your right hand off the mat this time and letting your left ear drop down to your left shoulder. Again, you can stay here if you want to increase the stretch. Index finger and thumb either side of your ear and just placing that hand on your neck, not pulling your neck down. Keeping your gaze forwards, don't be looking up or down, keeping it nice and neutral. And then to increase the stretch, just lift that right hand up. Imagine someone's just gently pulling that hand. And placing that right hand back down to the mat if you lifted it. And using your left hand to just support your head to come through to neutral. We're just going to do some neck rolls, so bringing your right ear down to your right shoulder, rolling it slowly across your chin and out towards the left. And repeating that from left to right. And from right to left. And from left to right. Keeping those shoulders nice and soft. Don't let them creep up towards your ear. And one more time each side, so rolling from right to left. And and coming back through to neutral. We're going to do some seated cat-cows here, so really grinding down through your sit bones, keeping your chest nice and tall. We're going to do some seated cat-cow. So on an inhale, you're going to pull your chest forward, bring your elbows back behind you, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and exhale, you're going to roll back, puffing up between your shoulder blades, chin down towards your chest. Inhale to scoop your chest forward, and exhale to roll back, angry cat back. Inhale to roll forward, opening up your chest, squeezing your shoulder blades together, and exhale, puffing up that space, stretching across your back. One more time, inhale to come forward, and exhale, puffing back. And inhale to come back through to neutral, placing your right hand wide off your mat. You're going to inhale to lift that left arm up over above you and reach out to the right hand side. Keeping your chest nice and open here, so try not to collapse in on itself. Keeping your chest shining up towards the sky. Really grinding through your left sit bone. So really pushing your left hip in towards the mat, reaching out, so feeling that nice stretch that we were doing in our side stretches with our child's pose. So again, from your pinky finger all the way down to your left sit bone. You can bend that right arm to increase the stretch. Just really sinking into it. Keeping that chest spiraling up. And inhale, come through to center, and exhale, sweeping your right arm up overhead this time. Stay for a couple of breaths, see how it's feeling, and if you want to increase the stretch, just walk that left arm further away from you. Imagine someone pulling on your right arm. Keep grinding through that sit bone. Heart shining up. And keep sending the breath wherever you need it. And inhale to come through to center. Just going to come onto our knees if you're not on your knees already. We're just going to do some half camel flows. So bringing your right hand onto your heel if you can. If not, just bringing it to the small of your back. Inhale, reach your left arm up overhead. And exhale, to swap your hands. So left hand comes to your heel or the small of your back, and you reach your right arm up. And we're going to come into a bit of a flow with that. So exhale, come through to center, placing your hand down. Inhale, lift that left hand up. Exhale through to center. Inhale, lift your right hand up. Exhale through to center. We're just starting to waken up our body. Inhale up. Exhale through to center. Inhale, reach your arms up. And one more time each side. So inhale through to center. Reach that left arm up nice and high. Coming through to center and lift your right arm up. And exhale just to come to sit on your heels. Placing your hands onto the mat, we're just going to come into a nice easy forward fold. So feet are hip width apart. Spread your toes out and place each toe onto the mat. So you're really grinding through your feet. Just our first forward fold of the practice. So I just want you to hang here for a couple of breaths. So you can make a little basket with your hands and place that at the small of your back, or you can grab a small of your head, or you can grab opposite elbows, and we're just going to hang here for a couple of breaths. So starting to wake your hamstrings up a little bit. Your legs do not need to be straight, they can have a nice generous bend in them. I want you to imagine the very top of your tailbone is shining up towards the sky. then placing your hands on the mat. Again, nice easy bend in your legs. Inhale, place your hands on your shins, and you're going to straighten your arms, lifting your chest forward into halfway lift. And exhale to forward fold. Inhale, we're going to ragdoll up, so keeping a nice heavy curve in your back. You're going to slowly come up to stand, reaching your hands overhead. And exhale, bringing your hands to heart center. Inhale to reach your hands up, nice stretch all through your body, and exhale, you're going to forward fold, keeping your back nice and flat. Inhale, hands on your legs, reach forward, halfway lift. And exhale, placing your hands onto the mat, you're going to step back into a high plank. So fingers shoulder width, pushing right through your heels, puffing up that space between your shoulder blades, bringing your hips and your chest towards one another to light up your front body. Placing your knees onto the mat, and inhale to shift your weight slightly forward, and exhale, bend your arms coming all the way down to the mat. Untucking your toes, we're going to inhale to cobra, so rolling your chin and your chest forward, pushing into the tops of your feet, and exhale, come back to the mat. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, roll your chin and your chest forward, squeeze those elbows together. Exhale, down to the mat. Inhale, as if there was a marble under your nose, rolling it forward, squeezing your arms together, engaging your back body, pushing through the tops of your feet. And exhale, back down to the mat, pushing up onto all fours, tucking your toes, and we're going to come into a downward dog. So keeping your toes tucked, hands grounded into the mat, you're going to push the mat away, keeping your legs nice and bent. Bring your chest down towards your thighs, and then straighten your legs into your downward facing dog, so an inverted V shape. It's a resting pose in yoga, so you shouldn't feel too much tension here. And as it's the first downward dog, you can walk your dog out, so straightening one leg and then straightening the other leg. Keeping that your tailbone shining up towards the sky, opening up your underarm and bringing your chest down towards your thighs. Inhale to look to the top of your mat, and exhale with as many steps as you need. You're going to step to the front of your mat into your forward fold. Inhale, hands to your legs, reach chest forward, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach all the way up to standing. Nice strong pose, and exhale, hands through the heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to your shift to your shins. Reach your chin and your chest forward. And exhale, place your hands on the mat, step back into your plank. Nice strong pose. Bring your knees down to your mat if you wish. Inhale, shift your shoulders over your wrists. Exhale, chaturanga, keeping your arms really close into your body. And this time we're going to come into Sphinx pose. So you're just going to place your elbows directly underneath your shoulders. Arms out in front like a number 11. And inhale to open your chest up here. So imagine your shoulders are coming behind you. Just a small back bend. And exhale, pushing up into your all fours. So hands directly underneath, throw your wrists directly underneath your shoulders, knees directly underneath your hips. We're just going to do some cat-cows in this position, so we did these seated. So inhale, drop your belly down, lift your chin and your chest open. And exhale, pushing the mat away, rounding your back, tucking your tailbone under. Inhale, drop your belly down, rolling your tailbone open. And exhale, tucking that tailbone in. And one more time, inhale, dropping that belly down, scoop your chest forward. And exhale to roll your tailbone in. And coming back through to a neutral spine, so just nice tabletop here. Tucking your toes and coming into another downward facing dog. So leading with your hips, bending deep into your legs, and then straightening. Your legs do not need to go straight, just as straight as you can. And find some stillness there. Going to inhale here and lift our left leg up behind us, challenging our balance. And exhale to bring that left foot in towards your chest and placing your left foot onto the mat, bringing your right knee down to the mat and reaching up into a low lunge. So if you feel a little bit wobbly in this position, just broaden the space between your front foot and your back knee into your low lunge. So imagine your left leg is coming back and your right hip is coming forward. It's like a scissoring action to really wake up the sides of your legs. You can have your hands at heart center, reaching above your head. Got dodgy shoulders, so above head doesn't always work for me. Waking up that right hip flexor. Placing your hands onto the mat, we're just going to shift our weight back. I'm going to come into halfway splits. So toes, you might need to use your hand. Toes are going to point towards the sky. Your front leg is going to straighten. Your back right hip should go on top, be stacked on top of your knee. So you're not coming all the way back. And then inhale back through into the lunge. And exhale, placing your hands onto the mat, coming into your halfway splits. Toes point towards the sky, left hamstring stretches. Inhale, bend that left leg, reach your arms up. And exhale, place your hands on the mat, shifting your weight back. And inhale, coming through, reaching your arms up. Bringing your hands, this time through the center if they're not there already. We're just going to twist our lunge. So inhale, reaching your chest over your left leg and hooking that right elbow onto your left knee. Twisted lunge. So with every inhale, find length, and every exhale, you're just going to twist a little bit deeper. Really important that you're squeezing your outer hips in towards one another. And inhale to come through to center. Now you're going to tuck your back toes. You might need to just place your hands on that to do that. And we're going to inhale to reach up into a high lunge this time. Your next inhale, you're using your arms, you're just going to reach them forward, balancing on that left leg, and bringing that right knee up towards your chest. And exhale to send that right foot back, placing it back down to the mat into our lunge. Inhale, reach your chest forward, slowly bringing that right knee up towards your chest. And exhale, really grounding through that left foot to place it onto the mat. One more time, inhale, slowly reaching your chest forward, grounding through that left foot, nice and tall. And exhale, bring that right foot back behind you. Placing your hands back down to the mat and stepping that left foot back into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift that right leg up behind you. And exhale, bringing that right knee in towards your chest and placing that right foot onto the mat. Okay, your feet can be on train tracks here. And inhale to reach up into your low lunge. Feeling that low belly in and up to find length. Placing your hands onto the mat, we're going to come into our halfway splits. Shifting your weight forward, straightening that right leg, toes up towards the sky. Stretching out that right hamstring. And then inhale, rebending, reach up into your low lunge. And exhale, placing your hands on the mat, come back into your halfway splits. And exhale, rebend. Reaching up. Placing your hands onto the mat, coming into your halfway splits. Straining yourself low here, weakening up your hips and your hamstring. Rebend that front foot, coming into your low lunge. Bring your hands through the heart center, reaching your chest over, finding length in your spine. And exhale, twisting towards the right hand side, hooking that left elbow on your right knee. To a low twisted lunge. Pulling that low tummy up just to increase the twist. And inhale to come back through to center. Placing your hands onto the mat, we're just going to tuck our back toe and come up into a high crescent lunge. Squeezing those side hips in, scissoring the legs. And nice and controlled, you're just going to tip your chest over your front leg, launch off that back foot, and bring your left knee up towards your chest. And exhale, reach that foot back into your high crescent lunge. Inhale, reach your arms forward, knee up towards your chest. And exhale to reach it back. Inhale, tip your chest forward, knee in towards your chest. And exhale to reach it back. Placing your hands onto the mat and step back into your downward facing dog. And this is a resting pose, so bring the attention back towards your breath. And exhale, just come down onto all fours. And we're just going to do another couple of cat-cows. So inhale, drop the belly down. And exhale, push that away. Inhale to drop the belly down, scoop the chest forward. And exhale, push the mat away. Coming through to neutral spine, inhale to reach that right arm up beside you. And then you're going to thread the right arm behind the left wrist. And placing the right arm onto the mat, bringing your right temple down. Thread the needle pose. Just keeping those hips nice and high and finding a nice stretch along your right shoulder. Inhale to come back through. Regrouping in your tabletop. Inhale to sweep that left arm up. And exhale, weaving that left hand behind the left wrist. Placing your left arm onto the mat. And bringing your left temple down. Finding a stretch this time in your left shoulder. And inhale to come back through. Just bringing your weight back onto your hips. You're just going to scoot your feet over to the side. Now I'm just going to turn around for this so you can see what my legs are doing. So you're going to roll back onto the mat. Placing your feet on the mat, knees nice and bent. Picking up your right leg, you're just going to place your right ankle just above your left knee, so your feet are like in a figure four shape. Now pushing that right knee down towards the ground and keeping that feet nice and active. You can stay here or you can pick up your left foot and bring your left foot in towards your chest. This is a reclined pigeon. So feeling a nice stretch in your right hip here. So you can grab behind your thighs, or you can grab in front of your shin, whatever is comfortable. Or if you want to keep your left foot planted on the mat, if that's enough of a stretch, you can do that. Really think about that right knee coming forward, your right knee going away from you and your left knee coming towards you. Then exhale, you're going to bring that left foot onto the mat. You're going to just move your hips slightly towards the right, and then let your right foot fall down on towards the mat. So we're in a supine twist here. So reaching your arms out to either side and turning your gaze towards the right hand side. Starting to slow the body down here, so letting your breath return to its natural rhythm. And next inhale, using your core, bring your legs back through to center. Uncrossing your legs, this time bringing your left ankle just above your right knee. Just letting that left knee drop towards the ground. You can stay here, or you can pick your right leg up and grabbing behind the thigh or in front of the shin. Right knee in towards your body and left knee away from your body. Try and keep your feet nice and active, so spreading your toes. Feeling a nice stretch in your left hip, so sending your breath towards your left hip. Bringing your right foot back down towards the mat, shifting your hips slightly over towards the left, and letting that left foot drop onto the mat, keeping that cross in the legs, and turn your gaze out towards the left hand side into a nice reclined twist. And inhale, using your core, come back through to center. Placing both feet onto the mat, and you should be able to just about touch your ankles. You're going to bring your arms either side of you, just like a runway. On your next inhale, pushing into your feet, you're going to slowly curl your body up off the mat, coming into a bridge pose. So your quads and your glutes should be nice and active here. Try not to let your knees fall out to the side. Keep them tracking over your ankles. And exhale slowly, vertebrae at a time, roll back down on towards the mat. And inhale, we're going to lift up again. If you wish, you can clasp your hands just like this, but underneath your back. So rolling each shoulder underneath and clasping your hands here and got a nice opening through your chest here. Keep squeezing your knees towards one another. And exhale, unclasp your hands and rolling back down onto the mat. We're going to do that one more time, but this time you're going to swap it about. So one leg's going to be lifted and then you're going to swap, so the other leg's going to be lifted. So inhale to roll up off your mat. This time arms are going to stay either side of you. Inhale to lift your right leg up, just keeping it in line with your left leg. So not lifting it too high, just keeping it at the same angle, about 45 degrees. And reaching out for that right foot. You're like grounding through that left foot. And then exhale, place that right foot back onto the mat. This time inhale, lift your left foot up, really working that right leg. Imagine someone's pulling on your left leg. Keep pushing into the mat, keep your hips nice and high. And then exhale, bring your left foot down to meet the right and roll all the way back down to the mat. And bringing your knees in towards your chest, just going to give yourself a bit of a cuddle. So rocking from side to side, massaging your lower back, or grabbing your knees and just doing some circles with your knees. And then changing direction. We're going to come into a happy baby pose, just opening our hips one more time. So bringing your knees to their hip width apart, and then bringing your feet so that they face towards the ceiling. Bringing your knees in towards your armpits. So you can grab behind the knees, or if you think you're open, you can grab the inner or outer soles of your feet. And just like when we were doing our neck stretches, not pulling down your legs, just letting the weight of your arms pull your legs down towards your body. Keeping your tailbone as close to the ground as you can, so in order to do that you might just need to open your knees a bit wider. And then gently releasing, you're just going to bring your feet up towards the ceiling, toes flexed, and let your hands come up towards the ceiling. So only your torso is on the body and your head. And we're just going to let our body drain a bit. So we're just at the end of our practice now, so feeling all that energy you've created just drain down your body. Slowly start to relax your legs, so you don't need to flex your feet anymore. You can do circles with your hands, circles with your ankles, bending your legs. And then slowly bringing your hands and your feet back down towards your mat. And we're going to come into Shavasana. So your feet are going to go at least mat width, letting your ankles drop out to the side. Your hands can rest on your torso or come out to the side. And this is our final yoga posture, Shavasana. So I want you to take a big deep breath in and exhale, really melt down towards your mat. Closing down your eyes, letting your breathing just return to normal. Letting any final thoughts just drift out of the top of your head. And just coming to rest. And I want you to hold this posture for at least 5 minutes. Just taking some time for yourself and thanking your body for this